This is the PGA Europro Tour, and this week we're at the very edge of the northeast coastline. A spectacular setting for the final domestic event of the season, and for many, a final chance to get into the top 60, and with it, a ticket to the season finale Tour Championship. Hello and welcome to Hunley Hotel and Golf Club, a venue with a backdrop fit for a postcard and one stage in its first ever professional golf event. The Integral Collection Classic is the 12th and penultimate event of the Europro calendar, and one that rounds off what has been yet another very competitive and very exciting season. The current crop of Europro players have different considerations, but are as equally as important as they look to emulate the success of the likes of Jameson. At this stage of the season, individual goals differ, but all the Europro players have the same objective: to make as much money as possible to improve or consolidate their order of merit position. For those occupying the 5 top spots, it's about digging your heels in and trying to preserve your position. Graduation to the Challenge Tour is the aim, and for Chris Hansen and Graham Clark, it's a job well done. But they'll still be looking to finish on a high and add to their season's winnings. For Luke Goddard, Jamie Abbott and James Busby, there's still work to do as they look to secure one of the 3 remaining cards, knowing there are a host of players still capable of having a say in where those cards end up. So whether you're at the top or the bottom of the order of merit, there's still plenty to play for. A bad season can become a good one, and a good one an even better one. But it won't be easy here at the championship course at Hunley. Morgan's is named after its designer John Morgan, the former European Seniors Tour player who has created a course that reflects his favourite holes played through his career. With magnificent backdrops of the North Yorkshire coastline, it is a course full of character and one that is lovingly maintained. Measuring over 6,800 yards, the par has been adjusted for the tournament, from a par 73 to a par 72. The signature hole is the 4th, a superb 292-yard par 4, downhill with stunning views of the course and a dramatic coastline. Located in Broughton, next to the quaint Victorian seaside town of Saltburn-by-the-Sea, east of Middlesbrough, it's a hidden gem in a predominantly industrial area where the staging of a professional golf event of this level is seen as a major coup. So in its debut season on the PGA Europro Tour, Hunley is going to play its part in deciding the men from the boys, the successes from the failures, as we approach the climax of the campaign. Here's a music montage with the familiar voice of Mr. Simon Golding to take you through the stories of round 1 and round 2 of the Integral Collection Classic.
St Scotland has finished inside the top 5 in the last 2 Europro events and lies 16th in the order of merit. A rich vein of form has come at the right time, and a win this week could move him into the top 5 with just 1 event remaining. Young talent Billy Hemstock has had an impressive start to his rookie year as a pro. Occupying 28th spot on the money list, he's finished 11th and 5th in his last 3 events. A good finish again this week keeps him in contention for Rookie of the Year. Steve Ozell has struggled for results this season, as his 54th spot suggests. 6 missed cuts, 2 in the previous 2 events, meant a decent week was a must to ensure a ticket to the Tour Champs. So far, so good. After missing the cut by 1 at the KLM Open, Dodge Kemmer's trip across the pond could still prove successful. Ranked in the top 20 amateurs in the world before turning pro, the American is challenging for honours here at Hunley. A runner-up 3 times, James Busby is looking nervously over his shoulder. 5th on the money list is good, but a win still eludes him. And with only 1 hand on a Challenge Tour card, 3 missed cuts in the last 4 events is bad timing. 65th in the rankings, John Spagnuolo needs a good week, and in round 1 he delivered. But qualification to the Tour Championship still remains in the balance, and a disappointing round 2 puts the pressure back on. So plenty to play for here at Hunley, and a leaderboard that features a variety of playing ambitions, with top 60 bids to top 5 dreams. And with Dodge Kemmer tying first with Steve Ozell, the possibility of a one-stop win by the American is a very real one. Time to get the final round of this Integral Collection Classic at Hunley Hotel and Golf Club underway. Matt Woods alongside me. Once again, Matt, the wind is going to play a key role here. But it's more about the change of direction, really, on this final day, rather than the strength.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming from a different direction from the first 2 rounds, as we see John White making a successful birdie on the 3rd. gets his final round challenge off to a flying start.
And at the other end of the pecking order, Chris Hansen already guaranteed his card. 3 under and looking solid as ever.
Yeah, dodgy 74 in the first round, unlike Chris, but bounced back with a great 67. Woolly hat on today, shows the winds off the ocean, bit of a nip in the air. And a beautiful approach.
Some dramatic scenery on this course, as you will see. Really good chance to have a look at the 18 holes as our final day contenders move around. John White then with a decent start moves himself to 3 under, his second shot into this par 4 fourth, and this is going to work out very nicely.
Yeah, hole that's played downwind all week, back into the wind today, so a different challenge. Really going to make the players think today, this wind change.
Now here's an eagle putt with wings for Chris Hansen.
Looking just to cosy this up to a couple of feet, take his 4 and run to the next tee.
Oh, are you sure?
He had other ideas. And a successful birdie.
Just double checking it's okay for him to finish that out. Putting will be a tricky one today with this wind.
White back on the 4th for his birdie putt. Should just swing off his right-hand side. Not a putt the left-hander's going to enjoy, but he will enjoy the result. And a stunning start, 2 birdies in the first 4.
Yeah, 2 putts, centre of the hole. Now Parker, we were talking about Toby Burden's ambitions of making the top 60, and George Parker down in 156th place, but he can still do it. Definitely needs to finish in that top 3, but with shots like that he's got every chance. That's a wonderful effort. Now trouble off the tee, I'm afraid, for Chris Hansen. So already on his 4th shot, he's going to have to do some work here to keep at 4 under.
Yeah, out of bounds, tight down that left-hand side, a real feature of this hole. Just playing that to release. Just using a little 9-iron or a wedge, pitch it at the front of the green, try and chase it up to that flag location.
So he's going to drop at least a shot there.
Now Parker, with his top 60 ambitions on the order of merit, this will be a great 2. And confidently moves him to 6 under. And all of a sudden, he could be start thinking about a win.
For bogey, and this job isn't done by any means. Very, very tricky part, that one, but we'll should be okay coming back up the hill. But Hansen will drop a shot.
Yeah, the wind will be a real factor today with the putts. Will have a lot of effect on how the ball moves or how it doesn't. Sometimes the wind will hold it against the slope. But that is a disappointing 6 on a hole he would definitely see as a birdie opportunity.
So drops 2 then, back from 4 to 2 under. And Scotland here with an eagle putt to make a big jump.
Could have done with seeing Chris Hansen's putt a few moments ago. Just going to swing off the right at the end. But another well-weighted attempt. That'll be a great 4.
Amazing how quickly the leaderboard can change in these tournaments, and I'm sure it's not the last change we'll see during the course of this final round. So Zane Scotland pops it in to move himself to 4 under. Yet to see the big guns, Steve Uzzell and Dodge Kemmer in action, but they're out onto the course. But for the moment, it's Parker, Uzzell and Kemmer with a tie for the lead on 6 under, but plenty chasing them. More to come after the break.